Hello, welcome back to the Bricks Hub. So, as you can see here, this is the new Mandalorian Forge set, which has been quite a popular one, mainly because of the 3 pretty cool minifigures you can get for quite a decent price, and also just the setting. It's something kind of new, unique, and it's based on the first season of Mandalorian, which we only really got 2 sets for, so it's quite a good one. So I was thinking, I kind of want to rethink this build. We've got all these pieces here, and I want to try and do a proper alternate build where I can try and get still some sort of a location, so you can still have something. Obviously this is based on Navarro, so I want to still have some sort of Navarro backdrop, but I also want to make a vehicle, mainly because of all these cool pieces you get, like say the Forge and all that, and you also get some pretty cool minifigures, so I'll see how that goes. So here's the end result. As you can see, I did end up making a speeder. You can just see it, do a quick spin through here. So I also made a sort of mini forge, half garage build for the speeder as well. Obviously this was with the remaining pieces, so it was a little bit more limited, but as you can see here, it's still pretty big, and you've got the Armourer, something to do. So the main attraction of this alternate build obviously is the speeder. I put most of the pieces into this, and that was like the main thing I wanted to focus on. You can see here that it's kind of a bit like Luke's land speeder. I quite like this sort of design of speeder, but I wanted to try and do my own sort of spin to it. So instead of 2 engines at the back, these are more like weapons. Obviously the 2 parts aren't the same, but I like the kind of rough sort of feel it gives it. Moving to the side a little bit, you can see these sort of like glowing things on the side, and I wanted to try and keep a lot of the tan sort of going across the build, just so it didn't feel a little bit like random all about it. So I think it actually looks quite beat up. Maybe it's quite an old speeder, it's not in the greatest of conditions. At the front, there's actually room for 2 people. I'm using Paz Vizsla at the controls here because there's plenty of room for his jetpack. Unfortunately, to build this speeder, you do have to take apart his big, not jetpack thing, his large like armor thing. So that just holds the whole thing together. It's pretty much impossible to do it without that piece. So I did have to make that compromise there. You can see inside, there's plenty of room. You can put any figure in there really. At a squeeze, you might be able to stand the Armourer up at the back, but I don't know. It's kind of mainly for 2 people. Now, one thing that the full alternate build can do is this kind of area acts like a bit like a garage actually. So you can just rearrange this a little bit, put the spotlight over here, and now you've got a sort of bit where you can park the speeder. You can probably have the Armourer at the controls here, like turn in the arm thing with the light, and it loads quite in. So this is a good segue to show out the little bit that I've done. I've kind of rebuilt the Forge a little bit with some of the remaining pieces that didn't fit on the speeder. So understandably this build is a lot rougher, but I still wanted to put a bunch of features in it just because it's like fun to do, and all these pieces going to waste would be a bit bad. So I wanted to try and do a sort of build that you can have. You can easily spruce it up with a few of your own pieces if you want, but here's just a few like little things that you can see on it. So obviously you've got like a much smaller forge area here, but you could arguably say it's more scaled and it's just kind of a nice little mini sort of thing. You've got like the little hologram here for any of the new clients for the Armourer. You also have like some crates and stuff, and you have Din Djarin's jetpack just lying at the side there. This crate here, along with the other one at the side over there, can be removed because it's on a jumper plate, and you can also swap that with the helmet on the other side, so you can kind of customize that a little bit more. And I guess the only main play feature here is this spotlight here, which you need to light up the areas a little bit. So with a little control pad down here, you can turn it around. I don't know if people want to do it like that. And you can dock the speeder in here, and you've got a bit of a garage area for it. It's not the best solution, but I quite like it. I think it works quite neatly, and it still kind of fits in with the sort of the style of the set a little bit. Okay, so next up is the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and for getting up to this point. I always like to do a bit of a showcase before the video, like I show the tutorials, so thank you so much for watching up to this bit. Please feel free to leave a like or subscribe, or just any comments or feedback and stuff like that. It all helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it.